Let me ask you something. I need you to be honest. Be honest with me. If your financial picture, your bank account was next to your profile picture on these dating apps, how many people would actually swipe right? It's swipe right, right?
Wow.
How many people would actually swipe right?
Everybody.
If that was next to your profile picture,
oh my goodness,
how many people would actually pick you?
Everybody, oh man, people got
wouldn't that mess up?
People credit bad and everything. Oh, you can look at the credit scores and all that. Your 417 credit score,
boy,
brother, you couldn't be fine enough.
You couldn't
because then if your credit score is a 4 something, and I'm a guy, I'm going to try to get you because I'm going to try to save you. I'm going to try to save you from yourself because your credit score 417.
So it matters.
Wow,
it matters.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what the show is about tonight.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm married.
Finance versus romance. Ooh. So what we talk about tonight. Don't go anywhere. Let's get into it. What's up, good people? Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. I'm Derek, the thought engineer. Right next to me is my man, comedian John Yogi. How you feeling, bro?
Woo, woo, woo. Feeling great, man.
Feeling good.
Feeling great weekend. Got to kick it just enough.
Okay.
Well, I'm good today. Ready to go today, man.
Ready to go.
Ready to go today.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, since you're ready to go, we're gonna dive into this one tonight. We talking about finance versus romance. What marriage actually taught us. What marriage taught us. We did a show about this a few years back. We did a talk about this. And so we got the dating perspective. We had a couple of women on who were dating or had recently dated. And they kind of told us and gave us their take about men when it comes to choosing a man and how the financial picture, how it really matters and all this type of stuff. And this was coming on the ends of a video with Kevin Samuels, where he had basically told a woman, you really don't qualify for the high value man.
Because you fat.
Right. Because you too big. That's what he basically told her. You too big.
Yeah. Well,
let me just say, we're not going to get into the whole man bashing. We're not going to do all of that.
We don't get into your weight either. We ain't
right.
into, no. And
we ain't going to sit up there and pander to women by bashing men. They're not going to do that. But we also not going to sit up here and pander to men by degrading and downing women about their standards, about their tastes and all of this.
But let me say this. If you are a overweight man or a woman, I would say your dating pool is probably going to consist of overweight men and women. It's going to be harder for you to get a gym rat.
Yeah.
If you're not a gym rat.
If you're not a gym rat.
If you're in the gym,
you got to be some alignment.
You got to
be some alignment.
It's got this because why would he want somebody out of shape unless he was trying to help you get in shape? You mean to tell me you don't think it's going to be no pressure? If she got a pow 6-pack on the stomach, as a man, it ain't gonna be no pressure for you to get that.
Well, let me ask you this. Does money change that though?
I think the more money you got as a man, the less you'll have to compete with her in the gym.
You think she'll be a little bit more tolerant?
What? Yes.
Right, you big punning out here.
Boy, you say big pun.
You're a big punter, man.
I remember him with that moped.
Hey, yeah, Big Pun was a big old dude, man. Big Pun was a big old dude.
You got to have Big Pun, bro. You got to pay like you want.
Which goes to say there is some truth to this whole thing about your financial picture and how it affects your dating life. But what we trying to let y'all know, getting into marriage and being two married guys and being in marriage combined.
Wow.
What?
Is it 50?
Combined, probably around 50. Around 50 combined. You 35.
You 17.
I'm 17.
That's 52.
So, yeah, 52 years of marriage.
We might know something.
We might know a little bit because you do all of this stuff before you get married, right? The dating picture gets real crazy. We hear all of the stuff that they say, and we watch all the stuff they say on social media, and we see all of the gender wars and all of that kind of stuff. But we want to have a grown folks conversation. We know all the grown people step to the front.
We want to be trio with you.
I want to be trio. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a buck. And all of this because we here for the people who really serious about getting with somebody, but this is a huge issue. It's a concern, put it that way. It's a concern. It's a real concern. And we're going to tell you it's to marry me. It's valid. It is a valid concern.
Very much so.
Because once you get in there are some things that you got to understand about this whole marriage thing. So if you ask the question, does money really matter in relationships? The obvious question, as we just stated,
hell yeah,
it's absolutely yes.
Absolutely,
it's absolutely yes.
It absolutely does.
But here's the thing: the whole money issue. Is it really about money, or does the money actually represent something? Because there's actually three layers. That money is a stand-in or proxy for what the real issue really is. And there's three layers to this whole thing. So the first layer is money represents security.
And everybody wants security.
Everybody wants security.
Everybody wants security.
Especially women.
Yeah.
Women love security. You don't want to be a man. You don't want to be a husband wondering where the next meal gonna come from, how the light bill gonna get paid, or even where you probably gonna lay your head. You don't want that as a man. And let me tell you, your wife, listen, she could be the sweetest thing. She could be the sweetest thing. But if you touch that security pain,
yeah,
bro, she react.
Yes, she is.
And she gonna let you know how she feel about not knowing where,
what the future looks like.
What the future looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so that particular layer is a serious one. As a man, it makes you feel good as a man, as a husband, to know that you holding things down. That you can hold things down. Now, it's not a lot of men that can hold it all down by themselves. But as a man, you typically are handling things. And let me say this about that. Don't pressure yourself if it's not your forte to, handle bills and stuff like that. If she's better at it,
yeah, be wise and let her do it and let her handle
it. Right. You want to be knowledgeable.
Yeah. And know what's going on.
But you want to lean more towards a person who really understands how to do that and how to handle it. But that security piece is huge. It is huge. You don't want that. And trust me, you ain't getting none. If she don't know how y'all eating, if she don't know if the lights gonna get cut off or not,
because that adds a layer of stress.
Oh man,
to relationship, and people can't function right in stress.
No,
I can't willfully give myself to you if I'm stressed.
Mm-mm.
You can,
yeah,
but you not.
Yeah, and here's the thing: you needed to relieve your stress.
That's real. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So you got to have some things figured out. You got to have some things worked out. And this is why a lot of men won't commit until they have at least the career, the job thing solid before they committed. I didn't even ask my wife to marry me until I've been at my job 19 years. in this job. Yeah, man. 19 years, man.
Wow.
19 years. But I didn't ask her to marry me until I had this job. Because before then, it was odd jobs here and there and all that type of stuff. And ain't no way I was going to bring somebody into that. I was not about to bring somebody into that. Especially with not my wife. Put it that way. Not my wife. Listen, because we had arguments about money. We had money arguments, but the whole time I had to stop. I remember one time we had this argument, and I can't out-argue my wife. Let me just be honest. I can't do it. So she was going in one day, and God told me, hush and listen.
And probably hear past the argument and hear what heart.
Exactly. I heard past the argument, and I could hear her heart, and she was scared.
Yeah.
She was worried about whether, because she had a daddy, and her daddy held things down. She was looking for somebody who could hold things down. I didn't come from money. I didn't come from people knowing about money. So my education, I had to learn like quick. I had to pick it up. I had to learn, but she just didn't want that feeling of, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen. She just didn't want that. Now, was that unfair?
It might have been.
Unfair for her or for me?
It might have been unfair for you because while y'all were dating, you didn't show her nothing. You never lied to her while y'all were dating. You let her know who you were, and exactly where you came from when y'all were dating.
Oh yeah.
And so for you guys to be married and her to assume that you automatically have it all together was kind of outlandish, because I'm showing you how, for lack of a better word, how uneducated I am when it comes to finance. So for you to think I got a doctorate when we get married is kind of wild. It's wild, you know. Right.
And listen, just because you got an education, I had degrees and all that type of stuff, but just because you got an education don't mean you understand money. Trust me, there are plenty of educated people don't know money about money.
I understood we didn't have none of that. That's it. We didn't understand that. We could agree on that. That there was a lack of money. And I was, oh my God, we were so broke, man. It was, it's funny because as I'm looking back on it, because we had this conversation the other day, how far we've came. Because I remember, one time we had went out. Me and Cheryl had, I don't know what we were thinking. We went out with Derek and Selena, and at one of these ritzy places, Plano West.
We tried to be fancy, you know what I'm saying? Try to be a little fancy.
And the bill came out, and it was, oh man, it had to be right at $100, not whatever was right at. And I just
now hold up. You said right at $100. Somebody looking at you right now, they're like,
and because that's what I'm saying now,
right?
But at the time, $100. Oh. You don't cost me lunch for 3 days at least. Right. I just remember at the time it was. I remember us balking at the bill when they walked down. Where you got to go outside and have a discussion about the bill and the seat. You
got to make some life decisions.
Right? Oh, bro! And now we go to Perry's Steakhouse on a Friday for happy hour, and we spend a couple of $100 a piece, and we don't even think nothing about it. We arguing over who gonna pay the bill.
Yeah.
And that's how far we've came.
Right. And it's a blessing to even see the progression.
Yeah.
And as married people,
absolutely,
you may not already have it when you go in, but it doesn't mean y'all can't build and work towards it. So don't let that be a deterrent. Just know that the person loves you enough to learn.
And man, what's really important, and I want to put this on it. There is a timetable that's involved that I'm not sure we're gonna speak about. So I want to say this now. When you're younger, you have time.
Yes.
When you are in your 20s, 30s, at the cusp of your 40s, there is not as much time. But in your 20s, man, if you find someone that is going to work hard, that's going to get that paper, then you could be fine.
Yeah.
I I think the issue is a lot of times in our 20s, we hadn't arrived yet, and things are tougher for us because we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Unless you came from it, you building.
Yes.
In your 20s, you building. And let me just let you know, especially for any guys out there, if you in your 20s, early 30s, whatever like that, take the time to plan out your financial picture. Take the time to plan it out. Listen, women ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
They're going to be here.
Dude, what's so funny is when I was in my 20s and early 30s, people kept trying to get me to plan out my financial future. And I kept thinking, I got plenty of time for that. Hey, man, stop. Get off my back, man. I got plenty of time for that.
That part.
And you blink and you start having kids. And next thing you know, you're at graduations.
Yeah.
And now they getting ready to have kids.
Yes.
And you look up and you're gray in the face and you're like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
I didn't plan for my financial future.
Yeah. Yep. No, and that's huge. And so, and let me just tell you, if you are about to at your 40s and you have not taken your financial future or picture serious, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Don't date.
You better start now. You better start today.
Don't date. Don't date.
Oh man.
Don't date.
See, people don't want you telling them.
I understand.
People don't want you telling them when to date and when not to date. Because a lot of times, if we were honest with ourselves, it ain't a good time for us to date. If we be honest.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
But by the time you hit 40, you should know some stuff. You should have some stuff established. True. At least have several years, if not on one job, in a career. To where by the time you're in your 40s, people know what you do.
Yeah, you should be 10 years in.
You know what I'm saying? Something that says stability, something that says I've applied myself to know how to keep things at a level. If you're not there, don't date. Take 1 to 2 years. And trust me, by the time you hit 40, you already know 1 to 2 years ain't no time
at all.
Get yourself together.
Well, the problem is oftentimes, D, when we get in our 40s, we're panicking at that point because we think we don't have as much time left as we do. And we're rushing and panicking because, to be honest with you, man, if we would take the time to get some things in order, man, your 50 to be so much sooner.
Oh man.
But but we're trying to have it all. We're trying to date. We're trying to have some sex. We're trying to do us. And have everything, and you can't.
Yeah.
Listen, you're gonna take the time out to get your finances together, whether you with somebody or not.
Yeah.
And it is so much easier to try to get them together while you by yourself.
Yeah.
Than it is when than when you're dragging somebody along with you.
So make sure you take the time to get yourself together. Like I said, at least 1 to 2 years. And like I said, don't date, be hyper intentional about it, because you don't want to get with somebody. And by the time you hit 40s, they already have a perception of where you should be. And if you ain't close to there, you gonna have problems anyway.
True.
She'll be fine with you for a minute. Yeah. And she may even get into a relationship with you. But you gonna hear it at some point in time. It's gonna come up, and it ain't gonna be pretty.
It's coming.
So just do yourself a favor. Go ahead, handle it. Second layer of what money represents. The second layer of what money represents. Money represents ambition, or your idea of where you're going as far as progression. Right? You an employee today, but you shooting for management, or you a management now, you shooting for upper management, or you working a job right now, but you got your side business that you working on building so it can take over everything else. As a man, and there are some people that feel like, well, maybe they should just love me for, she should love you for you, but at the same time, you have legacy you trying to build. Listen, I don't know if it happened to you, but it means something for nobody to leave you nothing.
Wow.
It means something for somebody to live and work their whole life and die, and there is nothing to help you get further along than they did.
And you have to start from scratch.
And you got to start from scratch. And you got some people who will waste it so their kids don't. That's evil.
Dude,
that's evil.
Well, hold on. So let me. You're right. It is evil. But let me put that into context, though.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't know no better. Some people have squandered, and it came easily, and never worked for it in their life, and it was given to them. So they squandered it. So how can I leave you something I've never had to work for? I didn't know. I didn't know what it was, because man, I'm not gonna do that. Because my family, my great grandmother had an abundance, had an abundance of money. That money didn't jump from her to us.
It didn't make it to you.
It didn't make it to us.
Who says somebody didn't get educated somewhere?
Absolutely.
Because it's not enough just to have.
Yes, man.
It's not enough just to have.
Yeah.
Having proves that you can do something. Because if you have a skill or something like that, even if you are able to do business, it just means that you can produce. But can you set it up so that future generations don't have to start from zero?
There is nothing like your grandkids saying, we can take advantage of this because granddad did this.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing. You dealing with women that are very ambitious now. Women, they trying to get it. And so is it unfair for a woman to say, he got to at least match my hustle?
It's not unfair. It's not unfair, because most of the time, I know how it was with us. I would come in with an idea, and Cheryl would take the idea and blow it out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know of many women who would just be okay with a man being comfortable, just going to work, come home, do whatever, whether it's watching TV, playing PlayStation, or whatever you're doing, while she is saying, I need to get it. I'm trying to set up legacy. I'm trying to set up future generations. I don't know any women who it's going to be cool with that. And so there has to be, and it's not about what you're content with. Let me put it this way. It's not about what you are content with. It may not take a lot for you to be fine. But at some point, there has to be concern about what's coming behind you. Because many of y'all, by the time you're 40, you got kids. You got kids. And the Bible does say a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. It does, and it's interesting to say that it didn't leave for his children, say his children's children, because what your children should get, they should pick up on your ambition. They should pick up on your hustle, and that should produce for them.
The work ethic and all that.
Right, right. But the stuff, the stuff, your grandkids.
Yeah, that's the trick. If you can make it reach your grandkids, you done did something. You've given your kids the education enough to where, and you set up stuff in the system to where it can be transferred over to your grandkids. Yeah. Because most of the time we don't set up, the person making the money is just making the money.
Just making the money.
They don't know about the systems and how to set things up to where they reach other places.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it from two men who, trust me, nobody leave us nothing.
Not a dime. You know what? I don't even, and let me say this. Because there's so much more that you can leave. Me and Cheryl talk about this all the time. Cheryl can really cook. She can, Cheryl get in the kitchen and throw down. Yeah. And it would be a travesty if Cheryl didn't leave to her children cookbooks and things to cook away in ways to cook for her family. It would be a travesty. And that's worth, to me, that's worth way more than money. So let me say this. I'm not saying that you should leave, but you have to leave money. No. I'm just saying you should leave some type of legacy. If that's mama's cookbooks or mama's recipes for pound cakes, if mama recipes for my grandmother used to make a chocolate meringue pie, and she used to make the crust from scratch. Dude, it's stuff that you can leave that'll be valuable, brother. You know what I'm saying? So this is not exact. Does not have everything to do with money, but just leaving a legacy down for something that can be passed down for generations to come.
Leave me the money.
Derek make a mean sweet potato.
And listen, I get all of that, but unless it's going to pay bills, unless it's going to pay for college,
and it can indeed, but it can.
But if you teach them how to bake it, but don't teach them how to sell it.
Okay.
You don't teach them how to do it at a grand scale. You can always do it for your family, but if the next generation takes that and says, my big mama pound cake was so good, I know other people will love this, so let me figure out how to get this to other people,
to the masses,
because listen, the Bible says money answereth all things. It answers all things. If you got money, you can deal with some stuff. You
don't have to take every headache class,
right? And it's not about in the form of cash. It could be land, it could be house, it could be something that says wealth. That's the word I'm looking for. Wealth. You want that should be a transfer of wealth in the family. And I heard somebody say this, and every time I think about it, man, it just hits me. It says, you may have not come from a wealthy family, but you better make sure a wealthy family comes from you.
Wow. Oh, I'm glad I'm sitting down, because that would have took me out of my chair.
Dude, it hit, when they said it, I was like, because it's no excuse. You can throw the pity party all day about what you didn't receive, but what are you doing to make sure that the next generation is not saying the same thing?
And they better off.
They should be better off
because you were here.
It has been proven in this country how much setting up the next generation, it causes just things to flow differently. The decisions they make about where they're going to live, where they're going to go to school, all this type of stuff. You don't want them to have to stay in the same place.
My aunts, when we were younger, they used to have stores and stuff. They used to stay. We used to bring in goods and clothes and goods and sell them. And we used to wonder how they were doing that.
Yeah.
The education was never passed over to us about how to do it, because me and Cheryl been hustling since we got married.
Yeah.
From bow ties to you name it, cufflinks and everything.
Yeah. From
comedy, we've been hustling since we got married, but we had to figure out all that stuff on our own. And man, if nothing else, pass that information down.
Yeah. And to that point, get a mentor. Get a mentor, get a coach, get a mentor, get somebody who has done it and knows about it, and let them teach you. Because you're trying to shorten up that curve, that learning curve, especially if you later on, that learning curve is real steep. You got to make up that difference. Get with somebody who knows, submit yourself to them and say, hey, teach me. Because once you figure it out, the next generation, they watching you, they just going to pick up on what you're doing. Next thing you know, you done turn your whole family in a whole different direction.
That's how you do it, though,
man.
And it's funny because, man, you just simplified that thing. You made that thing that seems so hard, because I told you my wife used to bake and sell cakes and that kind of stuff. And so she took her nieces and she made them all. She brought them over to the house and she said, so we're going to bake and decorate a small cake. Yeah. And they all did, and they all had to look in different ways. And they were like, wow, we thought it was easy what it was. And so she said, well, no, you got to do this. And then she showed them. And from then she should have showed them the challenge you have to go through to sell it. Yeah. Yeah. And she would have bridged the gap. Yeah. Them not knowing how to do it and what's hard and what they need to do. Yeah. Where you go to these kind of places, you go to these places and buy this and buy that, get your wholesale. Yeah. You get this. It's stuff that, man. Yeah. Because my thinking was there's a big gap between knowing and doing, but the gap is only you telling somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's all about learning. Yeah. It's all about learning. You just gotta want to learn. You gotta want to learn. Because that's people out here trying to teach. They trying to teach people. You just got to tap into somebody who teaches it the way you understand. TikTok, YouTube, it's people teaching all kinds of stuff all the time. It's just, what are you trying to learn? What are you trying to learn? Michael Jordan said Emmett Smith called him and asked him to teach him about finances. And Emmett said, hey, man, this is great. More people should be doing this. Why are more people doing this? Michael said, nobody calls and asks.
Wow. You one conversation away from changing your family's financial future. One conversation away. I think it's worth having that conversation. But that's one thing money represents. Money represents that ambition. The woman you get with want to know that you're going somewhere. And let me tell you, heard a guy say this, and it made so much sense. He said, women don't like stability. They like mobility. Women don't like to stay in the same place.
No, I like to be moving.
They like to be moving. That's why if you ain't getting it done and the next guy is, and she can get over there,
she gone.
She gone.
She gone. Yeah.
She gone. Mm-hmm. So no knock against women, but there should be something in us that wants to do more. That wants to do more. Because we understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that your granddaughter ain't out here selling herself for
yeah. Absolutely.
Trying to make, your grandson ain't out here getting himself caught up with them people just trying to make ends meet.
Because if you leave a legacy for them you're supposed to, it won't ever come to them. Because most of the time when you need money is when you end up getting stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So the money does represent just that ambition, that desire to increase.
Yeah.
That desire to increase.
Right.
The third thing money represents, and this is hits for me, and a lot of times, is identity. It hits with us. We like, as men, we like to know that we can handle things. It makes us feel better when we can handle things. When your wife got a problem, you baby, we good. I got you. Or somebody, your daughter or something needs some, your son needs some, or so. It makes you feel good as a man to know, oh, baby, don't worry about it. I got you. You good. I know Carter say broke boys don't deserve none. I'm going to put it that way.
And if we being honest, maybe they don't.
And that's why I was going to ask. Could she be right?
If she being right, because it costs. Everything costs to take them out on a date.
Yeah. To
set the atmosphere for a nice evening. Maybe you need to be at home trying to get yourself together rather than trying to chase. Maybe you tell her, hold that for me.
Yeah.
While I go, because man, a show we need to have is when it ain't okay for you to be dating. We ain't never had that show.
Yeah.
But we need to have that show.
We need to have that show.
And just because you got a penis between your legs and a hairy cat don't mean you need to be using it. You don't need to be using. Sometimes you need to put that thing up and let that thing marinate.
Put it away.
that thing need to sit up for a minute. It ain't got to be in you. You ain't got to be working and using it all the time.
No, you don't.
Oh, you got some things in your life you need to listen. Yeah. Because you're gonna do it whether that you working at or not.
And truth be told, before we got to the state we in now, you couldn't get to her until the daddy saw that you had something going for yourself. The daddy was the gatekeeper.
Yeah, true.
You had to impress daddy first before you could even talk to her.
Well, because you was taking them out from under daddy's care and daddy's umbrella.
Right. And that was supposed to be a transfer.
Yes.
That's why who gives this woman to be married? It's supposed to be a transfer from his care to your care. And I know it's not the case now, but at least there should be some sense of wanting to be the man who can handle situations that life throws at him because he's prepared himself. Okay, let's say a man make about 40 grand a year. Now he meets a woman that makes 6 figures.
Oh, wow.
But he's a good man though. He a good man. He gonna protect you. He gonna care about you. He physically protect you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna see about you. Should she entertain it? Now he comfortable with his 40 grand though. He comfortable with his 40 grand. Should she entertain it?
Yeah, but comfort is a funny thing though. Comfort is being comfortable is everybody's comfortable until they push the challenge. And I think that woman that makes $100,000 is going to push him and challenge him because he's going to want to do better because of her. And one thing women don't understand: houses, cars, money. We don't really care about it. We comfortable until we meet y'all.
Yep.
And when the more y'all want, the more we feel, the more we got to go get.
Yeah.
And so again, I think that she should take a chance on it because he's going to be better because she's going to make him better.
Is there a difference? And it's going to be a critical question for a lot of men. Is there a difference between comfort and peace? Can she bring you peace but still make you uncomfortable?
So wait. So this is one of the questions I often ask that people have a problem with, but I'm still going to ask it. Are women comfortable enough to think and know he gonna get you everything you need and want without you asking for it? Wow. Because there lies the difference between peace and comfort. If you're not bugging me about all of the things and stuff, and the song says complaining to me about all the stuff that you don't have, and you want me to run out and get it for you, right? And you want me to be at home at the same time, girl, I can't be at two places at one time. Thus lies the difference between comfort and peace. Because you're comfortable enough with me to know that I'm going to supply your every need as soon as I can. And I'm going to work like hell to try to get you purses, to try to get you the house, try to get you the cars. But you got to be comfortable and trust me enough to know that I got you. I'm going to make sure that you have all of that. But can we be comfortable enough can a woman be comfortable enough in that? And the answer is
y'all tell us what the answer is. Because here's the thing that women have to understand about men. It is our life's challenge to make sure everybody is in our care is good. Especially my woman. You don't have to ask. It's okay to ask, but you don't have to push. As soon as we know you have a desire for something, it's already checked in us. I want to take care of this for you. Let me say, if you just let that be it. Now, if you pressing and you know doing all of that stuff, and then eventually you get, well, I just go get it myself. You start getting all that.
That's different between comfortable and peace. Because any purse that my wife have, she's never asked me for. From you name them. From Gucci's to Hoochie's to Lucci's. She never asked me. As a matter of fact, when I see other women with them, I'm like, hey, you want one of these? Nah, that's not me. Well, it need to be you. Everybody else got it.
Right. You want your woman to look good when she go out. You want your woman to make a statement. You want people to look at your woman and know, oh, somebody must love you.
Because she's taking care of. Because they got
taking care of.
They got her.
She's taking care of. And this is what we got, an internal drive. We don't need the external so much. But if we are getting, if you loving us right and being that peace, the discomfort comes in knowing that you want something and we don't have it yet.
We can't get it.
We about to make some moves. We about to try to figure some stuff out.
I almost created a uncomfortable environment for my son-in-law. Because I was gonna start buying my daughter purses like I was buying my wife. Oh. And I realized God kind of checked me and said, because what if her dad had to start doing that?
Oh,
how would you?
You just step off in zone now, boy.
Her dad had to start buying her stuff. Because I buy short like every time I see something, I'm like, ooh, short like this, and I was thinking about buying the same for Janae. Because most of the time, Janelle see Cheryl purse or something, and Cheryl be wanting to give it to her.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, well, maybe I should just next time I just buy Janae one, maybe another color. And I even talked to her about Janae. If I was gonna buy, I was thinking about buying you this, and her husband never said nothing.
Yeah,
he never pulled me to the side and said, "Don't do that, man." He never pulled me to the side and said nothing. He just like, okay. I said, well, hey, I was thinking about buying Janae this purse. She was like, and nobody really agreed with it. It's just that everybody was like, oh, okay, because I don't want to. First of all, I don't want to start nothing that I can't keep up.
Yeah,
not only that, but I don't want to make well, I just tell my daddy, because that's the last thing I want to happen is to drive a wedge between you and your husband.
Because I'm wondering, for any man listening right now, if you've had your wife's father, your father-in-law, step in financially,
am I tripping?
And do things. Do you feel like it undermines you as a man?
Am I tripping? Was I tripping? What by me thinking?
I think your heart was in the right place, but I think rather work through him.
Yeah.
Whether see what he got, See what he doing. Like, I noticed she liked this purse her mama got. I don't know what you got planned. But have you thought about getting something like this for her? Well, if you thought about it, I can let you know how much it is, how much I paid for her, and give him the details, and you can kind of gauge from that point how he reacts. You know what I'm saying? If he really interested, or if he just kind of, and that will even let you know
where he is,
his financial thinking, where he is.
Well, and to be honest, me and Cheryl were really in a space to where I was really proud of how we were doing.
Yeah.
How well we were doing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that it spilled on to her. But how well we were doing.
Yeah.
But in that, I'm like, but that's not, listen, because I'm telling you, I try to think about all of this stuff before I do anything.
Yeah.
I try to, okay, now, John, how's that going to be perceived? John, is the husband gonna be all right there? Because again, if my father-in-law had as broke as we were for the 25 years that we married, if he had did that, I would have felt some kind of way. Because every time we call and ask you for money, you ain't never give us none. That's neither here nor there. But dude, when I'm talking about purse, I'm talking about high-end purses.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I want to know, as a man, if you had to deal with that, how did you feel when her dad had knowingly stepped in and solved some problems that you as a man may have been trying to fix? Or how many of you fathers out there
because we never
overstep the son-in-law to do stuff for your daughter?
We didn't have no help. Thus, maybe I should overstep because we didn't have any help. We just needed somebody to help us along with what we were trying to do, and we didn't have anybody there to help. And so because we didn't have anybody there to help, well, hey, maybe they need help in this area, and they're just not saying nothing about it. Yeah. But again, God, I took it to God, and God,
pull up.
Don't do it. Because I don't ever want to be said that your daddy did this, your mama was in this. I don't ever want to be said, so I just kind of pull up. It's kind of
because people can sell it as care and concern.
I can't run 2 houses.
Right. So real quick, we want to talk about the 5 truths that nobody posts about. So you search through social media, you get all of the gender wars and you get all of the back and forth about what men ain't doing, what women ain't doing, what men should do, what women should do, and all of this type of stuff. And especially around the whole financial situation when it comes to relationships. But we talk about once you get into marriage, these are the things that really matter. These are the truths that really matter. The first one, the bill does not care who pays it.
It don't care about feminine or masculine.
Right.
It don't care nothing about
that. It don't care. The thing is just to get it paid.
That's all they care about.
Because here's the thing. If the lights get cut off for you, they get cut off for her too.
Yeah, exactly.
So the back and forth, all that type of stuff, because people say marriage is 50-50. That's not true.
It's whatever you are in at wherever you are at the time is what it is.
Right. It's 100 0 either way sometimes.
Yes.
Because if they're in a place where they ain't got it, they don't have it, then you gotta have it. You gotta make up that difference. So if you running at 50 and she running at 20, then that's 30 left uncovered. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is coverage. You want to make sure you covering each other. So when it comes to bills, it can't be, well, I paid the water bill. You supposed to pay the light bill. I paid the internet bill. You supposed no.
I've seen more marriages fail because they keeping score who pays what. And you cannot keep score with who paying what, which means the emphasis is too much on somebody not making enough.
Right. You all are not roommates. Y'all not roommates. And how you know you're not roommates? Get divorced.
Oh boy.
And see if they're gonna tell you where everything that's yours you keep and everything that's yours. That's how you know you're not roommates. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So first truth, the bill does not care who pays it. The second one, resentment is the silent killer. It comes from both directions. Like you just talked about, that keeping score. People keep score. They're not outwardly keeping score all the time. They're inwardly keeping score. And if it's all of this uncommunicated understanding about who's doing what, who gonna take care of this, who gonna take care of it, all this type of stuff, then it's gonna get ugly and it's gonna play out in certain ways. Because once that resentment builds, either you're gonna have a blow up or something gonna happen where
it's coming out.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out some kind of way.
Stuff gonna be said. So
yes.
What?
Yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Coming out. Yes. Definitely coming out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the resentment don't come from the money. It's not coming from the money itself. It's coming from you don't care about this. You don't care about me. It's gonna come from there. Mm-hmm. The money is just how you taking care of stuff, but your desire to take care of the things is really what is gonna come into question. And women got this way. Women had this way of taking this thing and making it
about everything else.
Oh man,
that's why it's important as men who listen to their hearts.
Yeah,
and not actually what they're saying, because oftentimes their heart, it's whatever's going on in their heart to spill over and everything else. Like whoa. Yeah. How are we talking about the stuff in the backyard?
Right. You've got to pick up some bread now. You don't even consider me.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
What?
Where they come from?
I just forgot the bread. Come on now. Mm-hmm. So you got to be aware of this. The third one, the third truth: financial literacy matters more than financial level. Financial literacy matters more than your financial level. You got people who can make money but don't know how to keep it. Oh boy. So just making money is not the whole picture. You got to know how to manage it, what to do with it. Many of us are not taught financial literacy. I don't know. I wasn't taught it in my house. I was taught survival. And trust me, you don't want to get to a place where you have resources and you still running on survival mode. Wow. Survival mode does not fit when you have resources. Survival mode is for when you don't have anything and you just trying to survive. Mm-hmm. Good time, you know what I'm saying? Scratching and surviving.
So they're scratching. Woo.
Hanging in a child line, mm-hmm. Right? When that was a time I had the money to pay stuff, but because I'm still running in survival mode, because that's why I was bred in it, I couldn't see that I had it until I slowed myself down and said, hey, hold on, I need to look at this. And I did a budget. And when I did a budget, the budget told me everything. Boy, you tripping. Pay this stuff. That's what it told me. Boy, you tripping. Pay that stuff. But money works a certain way. And it's like, I'll go back to what I said. Get you a coach, get you a mentor who has it and who knows how to manage it and learn. Like you said, one conversation away. You're one conversation away from setting yourself up. So don't let that be the thing. The fourth truth, the I don't want to go backwards trap. I don't want to go backwards. Now, this was one thing that came up the last time we had this conversation a couple of years ago. He had some young ladies on there and they was like adamant. Well, I just don't want to go backwards. I done worked hard to get to where I am. And so I don't want to go backwards by bringing somebody in who is not where I am. And we already said, as men, a real man typically desires to be a man, to be the man.
What does backwards mean, though? That mean if you don't get with somebody in 5 years, are you gonna still be in the same spot, or you gonna be backwards? Because you either moving forward or you moving backwards. And by you not being in a relationship, I mean I do agree. Would you not agree that you sit in the same place?
But think about it. But if you work yourself up to a certain level and you take on somebody,
they're gonna make you go backwards.
They can. What if you have resources? This person comes in, now they have access to your resources, but they don't respect your resources.
See, the problem I have with that is a guy will marry a girl from Burger King. He can make 6-7 figures. And not one time does he ever say, I ain't gonna marry nobody that's gonna make me go backwards, because we don't care about backwards. All we care about is happiness. Whereas a woman, I ain't gonna go backwards.
I'm gonna show you where that theory falls apart. If you have not reached a level to where financially you're insulated from her foolishness, because she could be at Burger King because she a fool, not just somebody who, just down on the look. And say you got resources, and so she like, oh, we done made it now. Let me go, and she doing the fool, and you ain't really set up for the fool.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reverse is the same. You know what I'm saying? You buy cars, they tear them up. You know what I'm saying? It's all this type of stuff that could happen.
Don't we normally end up or deal with like-minded people close to us normally in our circles?
In today's age, though, when we led by these hormones.
Yeah.
If Rufus can't balance a checkbook, boy, but let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? We base it, we don't, because we're not having the conversations. We're not looking at this. We talked about that at the other show, how in premarital counseling, we not having the conversations we need to have. And so you can get into a situation where you take on somebody, and then after the fact, you like, whoa.
Where all this come from?
Yeah. But it was like a person could not have the education but have the right heart. And if they have the right heart, they're going to get the education.
Okay.
Because I know for men, a man will get with a woman, and because of who she is, it puts pressure on him to at least elevate to a certain level. Just because of who she is. Like you said, I want to be able to take her here, do this, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta level up some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? The fourth truth people ain't talking about. Submission is not about money. It never was. So when we say submission it's not about the money, it never was. It's really more about trusting leadership. Can I trust you to lead? Can I trust where you're going? And that trust goes both ways, because you got to trust somebody. If you're leading, are you following? That trust has to go both ways, because both of them can be dangerous. Getting under the wrong leadership can be severe. But also, as a person who's leading, the frustration of somebody who is fighting you on everything, every hand, when all you trying to do is lead properly, and there's no trust, it's gonna mess with you. Somebody can be an indication that you know a little something. It can be an indication that you know a little something, but it's not the overall picture. Because you got people that's just good at certain things, and they probably make money because of that. But when it comes to actually leading, they may not be the person to lead you. So that submission thing, which is a sensitive subject a lot of times.
Very much so. Very much so. And that's only because it hadn't been properly explained. It was supposed to be explained in marriage counseling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or premarital counseling.
Premarital counseling. Yeah. Supposed to be explained. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to have this conversation, but we wanted to do it from a more of a standpoint where we're not getting into all of the social media rhetoric that's keeping men and women so divided. If your goal is to get married, if your goal is to actually be in a relationship with somebody for real, we just wanted to let you know how this money thing what it really looks like. What you really signing up for. We wanted to get into that. So I think we ran up to the end, man. So what you want to lead the people with?
And I often refer back to this. You being the best version of yourself. And that means educating yourself financially. That means not only educating yourself with degrees and books, but educating yourself financially. Because remember, we want to create a legacy something that we can pass on. And that's simply just being the best version of yourself. And I think if you can offer the best version of yourself, then you're not crazy and expecting the best version of someone else. You aren't crazy. But the problem is we expect the best version of someone else when we're not giving them the best version of us. So again, you crazy if you're not doing the same thing back. And that's my final thought.
So tonight we asked the question, does your level of finance affect your quality of romance? Now, it may not, but it does affect the quality of your marriage. It's not all about having the money. It's about educating yourself around it and having some kind of setup to make sure that things are getting taken care of. Because we talked about those three levels of what money represents, the security, the identity, and those types of things. You want to understand what it is you actually signing up for. And trust me, do the work on the front end. Do the work on the front end to get yourself set up. You may get some grace if you get in there and have some grace to get caught up and start to learn, but it's not always guaranteed. So why even chance it? Just go ahead before you get in there. Go ahead and learn what you need to learn and kind of get some kind of picture about your financial future beforehand. And that'll save you just a lot of problems, a lot of trouble, and things will be a lot better for you. Trust me. And that's my final thought.
Wow. That's the good stuff, man. Hopefully we can help someone. And you guys, remember, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And send this to somebody who you think will need it. Don't be stingy and selfish and keeping all the good stuff to yourself. Y'all share this stuff and let somebody else know about what we're doing over here.
So lock in. We appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all next time.